Matt, hi, how you doing? Scott, Jamie. How are y'all? Daisy, how are you doing, chick? Veritable ray of sunshine wherever you go. I'm hoping the bluebells are going to be out. It's quite shaded down here, but the wind is howling further uphill. So, can't be out in the open today. It'll be like a wind tunnel. So we're going to the wood. We're going to see if those offerings happened. Fluff, the Queen of Paradise Whitsundays. I'd love to come and do an Australia tour, you know. Love it. And the grand finale, going out mud crabbing and fishing with Fluff on the boat. Keeping Dan right, eh, Fluff? How you doing, Mad Hatter? There's the bluebells out back there. Angela, good morning. How you doing? Angela, I'm gonna make those butter bars this weekend. They look astoundingly good. Silver, the chivalrous Silver. Oh, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Just don't mention tacos and he goes off on one. Oh, that was funny yesterday down the river. Lots of fun. Yeah, gout is horrible. Get that foot rested for the weekend, you're going to need it. I suppose you can put your foot up on your bait box. Are you doing it live, Mick? Gavin, how are you doing? Scott, how are you feeling? That's the way. So go over to Mick's, click the bell, we're going fishing tomorrow. You might end up with a monster, you never know. How's things, Gavin? Ooh, where's the goats? I can't see. Oh, I can't look at the shed. They're hiding. Fluff, I had the gimbal out and I nearly binned it. It was working for me. Oh, look at the crabapple blossom. Crab apples. They'll be hard pressed to have a better year than they did last year. I think there's still some on the ground. Yeah, and then I had it out where the lambs were in the field next to me. Sound, Scott. And because I had to have the headphone wire in, that's where it kind of pushes up against the cradle. If I want it this view. Nice one, Mick. Click that bell. And it was just spinning around in circles. Ooh, Jamie, I got given a recipe for kebab meat. And I'm going to try it out. It looks lush. If it's good, Jamie, I'll freeze it, right? I'll put it in a freeze store bag and I'll send you some. How's that for a plan? I did that for my dad with sticky toffee pudding. Right. My hooved little buddies. Goats. Hello. Goats. Goats. Oh, swallows are in. 2 swallows just flew out of there. They're away back to the Rowan Woods to go and get some mud. Hello, Mr. Goat. I'm putting the posh voice on. Dan, how you doing? Oh, you see, I love the garlic. I love the garlic sauce and kebab. Oh. MG, good to see you. How are you? Dan, how's the fish? Ooh, we got a little tree down. They're only really shrubby trees. There's hawthorn, lots of wild rose. We also have, what else do we have? That is one massive elder. Becca, good morning, how you doing? Is it good morning for you, Becca? And it's elder. No, it's not. I don't know what this one is. Anyone got any idea? What's that? I don't have a clue what it is. Luckily, there was no nest in it. Since it, good to see you. Hang on, I'll give you a wrench. You too. You never know, we might bump into the deer. Although I've a suspicion the does might be starting to go hide off. Hello, little Robin. Hey, little buddy. Yeah, you. What you doing? Little Robin. I do love robins. Love them. Mark, how you doing? It's sour cherry, is it? It's an odd looking little tree. I do like cherry. Do love cherry. Harry, how you doing? Yeah, I got whacked on there. There's a little spot on there. The signal can be iffy. I decided to try and trust YouTube again. But if it starts playing games, we'll flip over onto StreamYard. It's a bit broken at the moment. How you doing, Harry? I decided that we are going to go and have a look. Mark. Harry. Ooh, I can't see. You probably can't see. See, that sun's really warm. Jacko, how you doing, Jacko? If I don't see anybody, shout at me. I hate feeling rude. See, it's really calm down here. I don't mind. I'm kind of on top of the hill and it was howling through like a freight train. So we decided to come do the I decided to do the woods. And down the paths that should be kind of shaded. Since it's lush. So you never know, we might get the deer. We're going to go and see if the witchy woos have been back as well. Where we had the spring and winter equinox offerings. Right in the middle is a little chaffinch, male chaffinch. They're the birds that drown everything out with that tick, 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 tick call. Yeah, so I had offerings on vines like honeysuckle. People were tying flowers, bunches of flowers to them on both equinoxes. It means that we have to go over the dodgy bridge, which is like, meh. Oh, I didn't know that was here. This, people, don't know if you know what it is, some of you might. These only flower once every 2 years. Well, you have to plant them. It takes 2 years for them to flower. And their honesty, is it the dollar? Is it a dollar flower? Kirsty, how are you doing? Daniel, good afternoon. And we call it honesty. And you get little, oh God, that nearly twanged me in my nose. You get little paper discs on it. And it's used in flower decorations. And they are beautiful. It'll keep growing and it'll keep throwing out these side shoots. Yeah, silver dollar is what the US calls it. Fluff daisy, do you get them in Australia? What's on the menu today, Kirsty? Daniel, what time is it with you? Where are you on the globe? Yeah, in the US they get called silver dollar. For us, well, I call them honesty. Silver is the Dorian Gray. Photos of him through years, he hasn't changed at all. Ooh, nice Mr. Whistle, how are you doing? Every time we've got someone walking. Every time I watch the Storm Chaser channels, they get really tall. Daisy, to about my hip height. Hang on, just passing somebody. Yeah, you said last night, cool, Kirsty. You're right, old mechanic. All right. You see that wind? We're going to hide from it in the wood. As long as the tree doesn't land on us, that's another issue. Mike, how are you doing? Good morning. Yeah, Mr. Whistle, I've been watching the Storm Chasers again. Oklahoma and the tornadoes. If you haven't been on Yeti's channel, go have a look. He had what looked like a tornado dropping down, and the funnel looked like it was going to hit him right over his head. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous footage. I was going to say to him, he needs to tag it up. Tag it. But hearing the Storm Chasers out and the alarms, it reminds me of you, Mr. Whistle, and the fire alarms. Brandon, how are you doing? Oh, it was a crap one, was it? What time is it? Nessie, how are you doing, chick? Brandon, it's still got time to turn itself around tonight, you know. It's early evening, isn't it? Oh, we've got someone in a tie. That's odd. But yeah, have a look at Yetis. Have a look at Jacko's as well. Yeah, Yeti and that tornado that was forming right over his head. It retracted. It looked like it was going to touch down. But look at this crabapple. It is covered. Absolutely covered. But yeah, just it had its tail. Had nice circulation. He was getting golf ball sized hail. And then it lifted back up. I'm wondering if that formed again and was one of the big ones that was hitting people, because it was going to be big. Blue Nose, how are you doing? Thanks, Jacko, you're a star. But yeah, it's on Yetis. When you get that feeling, you're probably right, Brandon. Always go with your senses. See, that wind is picking up again. Jacko. That is very blustery. Nessie, chick. D. Johns. Good to see you, D. Johns. How's you? Lovely to see you. Another fabulous person is D. Johns. I bumped into, I messaged YouTube friends that I've not seen for, Badger Track, Creatures of Habit. They have a set at quarter mile that way, and they have their routes and they stick to them. Oh yeah, it's lovely here. It's warm for all it's windy. Did you get any of your hair lobbed off, Kirsty? If I miss anyone, shout at me. Jim, Nessie's got our kind of sense of humour. Silver, Jim, one of my oldest friends, I adore him. He's a bit naughty. He had Pixie spit in our coffee yesterday, it was funny. We had a good laugh. Oh, so you're famous, Brandon, are you? Pub famous. I'm wondering if we should have a wind warning up. Oh, little lambs. Let's go see the little lambs. They're all sunbathing. Ooh, in fact, they're playing dead. Twins there, twins behind them. One got up, had a stretch and got laid back down again, as you do. Sniper, how you doing? Get into your gaming? Get to know Sniper, go over his. Say hello, lovely guy. Jim behaving isn't great. Why, Daisy, what's wrong? Daisy, do you get SADS? Season affective disorder. See, I never used to, but I think I do. I hate autumn. It makes me really sad. I know people love the colours of the trees and all its beauty, but autumn makes me really sad. The nights are drawing in and everything's dying, everything's shrivelling up. Ooh, Jim, Nessie, mind on. Talking of shrivelling up. I'll send you some pictures that I found on eBay. But yeah, it's lack of sunlight, isn't it, that's the trigger for SADS. Oh, we've got a tree down. Are we going to limbo under the tree? Carl, how are you doing? Yeah, that. So, I was looking at buying some chilli seeds last night to grow some chilli. And I found some very interesting strains of chilies. Ooh, that's completely snapped in half, and do you know why? It's covered in ivy. Right, I am not limboing under that. I'm cocking my leg. Oh heck. Ooh, stood on the wrong bit. See how it's covered in ivy? It creates like a sail. What is that? I found a rare. Yeah, so I was looking at chilies. I wanted some Reapers, habaneros. I wanted something else as well. And there's a few shops that have rare chili type seeds in. And wow. Yeah, but the purple helmet, that was the first one. Do we have frogs? Yes, we have frogs. I think. No, we don't. It's leaves. I thought we had frog spawn. Just there. Yeah, I do, Daisy. We sure do. Yeah, so there were all these different kinds. The chocolate habaneros, the lemon yellow ones. Oh, yeah. And then there was another one, the PP chili pepper. The PP chili pepper has a purple helmet, but it also can have yellow, it can have red. But yeah, it exists. And there was more than one seller and lots of people have been buying them. So, Shah, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, PP peppers, I won't say the names. Yeah. PP peppers. I didn't know they existed. It was so funny. I was giggling myself at it. It doesn't take much for the childish humour to come out. Peter P9, shall we say, peppers. And I was like, whoa. And I'm doing some research. They're a thing. They actually exist. So there you go. I could actually post photos. Jen, do you think I could post those photos on my community page? Or those screenshots of them? Because it did not make me giggle. A lot. We had interesting conversations. You be careful with it if it's... don't be too rough with it. Oh, Jamie, I'll send you the screenshots. Do you know what? I was going to grow some, right? And I was going to give them out on giveaways. Just because. Oh, will be... Oh, I should have said Mickey as well. Angie, good morning. Sharp, I hope you get loads of bargains and your cupboards are full. Harriet's going to get a lot more peaceful when this one stop jibber-jabbing. This is where the dog had the little nursery last year. It's the first place that I got a video of the fawn. So I'm hoping that she's here again this year. Move over. And I said, move over. You don't know Harry, you need to know Harry as well. He's lovely. And Angie can listen to... Oh, heck. That's not good. Did you hear that crack? That would have hurt. About 3-4 foot branch just came down on a path. So it just landed on my head. Yes, Angie, I love her perspective. And I love her voice. Blue nose. That was close. That was a bit iffy. Cass, how you doing? Beth, I love you. Beth, it's sunny. It's warm. It's just windy. So we've counted 8 deer. I heard a 5 and then another 3 came into this marsh. Moo. My eyes are running. So we've got the dairy ladies moving through. Big dairy ladies as well. You see, oh heck, trees creaking. Right, let's move. Beth is my sensible side. She tells me off when I'm taking risks. More branches down. Blue nose. What did I miss, blue nose? Since it. If there's anything crap, I always try and find something funny in it. Something funny about the situation. Or what's been said. And makes a huge difference. My eyes, I can't see. They're dripping. You see, Beth doesn't have to say out. I just have to hear a voice in my head telling me to stop. Cheers, Beth. Love you. All right, we're nearly in the wood. Guys, I'm dribbling. I say I'm dribbling. There's a dodgy big branch up here that I don't like very much that's kind of dangling. Oh, nice one. There we go. I can't see a clock. Everyone keeps time for me. Jamie, did you find out yesterday when you went out fishing? We shall have a look at the quarry just to see what's happening in there. See what those trees are doing. So look, that's a bit iffy. Although it is touching the ground, so there's no pressure really on that crack. But it's splintered, so, well, there's not a gust, we'll leg it. It's a big branch, right, and we're out. Oh, it's early. Eyes are stinging. I lost count of the times this morning that Willow will open the door. She's worked out how to headbutt the door to open it. At which point Cheap Cheap come legging it in the house. Minding my own business, I found him in the dining room. Stu, how are you doing, Stu? Stormy Wind. Stormy Wind is our musician. If you want some music on videos, go see Stormy. He's got some good work as well. Talented Stormy, very talented. So, has anyone seen Yeti? Was Yeti in yesterday? No. It was early, wasn't it? Anyone seen Yeti? Ah, happy days, Beth. Are you getting better on that foot? Christine, how are you doing? Kurzo, good to see you. So that's the entrance into a little marsh. Right, let's have a look at these trees down here. We're not going to go through the bottom because it infuriates me, the signal. And I don't really want to get clobbered with a giant tree on the head. But we shall have a look in here and see what's occurring. Now this Roman quarry, some of it's going to get buried when these trees do come down. It's been here for 1800 years and the tool marks are still so fresh. With it being an archaeological site, I presume they'll come. Right, that's dead. Did Jacko film what? What have I missed? You saw a tornado. Blooming heck, Jacko. Right. That tree's half dead and it's got split down the middle. So yes, the archaeology is going to be buried by these trees that are going to come down. That's a big branch to have fallen as well. Yeah, it's the atmosphere, it's the sights and the sounds as well, Brandon, I think. Just such a stark difference. Didn't realise it was going to be this windy today. Right, on top of the cliff we go. Oh, we're like 30 feet on top of the cliff. Everyone rocks as always, Kaz. Ooh. See, soon that'll dry up, that little riverbed. Well, the river. It's a trickle. The trickle bed will dry. And we have movement. Right, let's have a shufty. I don't think if they came down they would get me over here. But they're moving forward and there's lots of branches down. Let's have a look. It's sliding. Right. Let me get down. Oh, God, that hurts the knees. The sun's in the way, but hang on, I'll get around the sun. Bluenose, have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Right, come this way. Oh, we've got butt tree. Is butt tree still standing? Yes. I don't particularly want to get very close, but Demi, how you doing, chick? That's actually moved this way. The front, the ground level just above those roots sat a lot further back. And there's now a lot of roots out. You can see it's just sand. The trees here can't get a good hold. 420. If you don't know, Photos Against Anxiety pizza branches down. But we've got rock, and that's about a foot long. There's a couple more, but the whole bank isn't stable. You've got that fault line. And that way. It's all the way along, so that's all going to slip. And it's going to hide all this archaeology when it does. All those marks are from the 1800 years ago. 209-ish AD. Gotta go up and over. If I miss anyone, shout at me. I really don't want to be next to those trees at all. Right, up over. Pineapple should never be on pizza. Pepperoni, yes. My favourite pizza from the local pizza shop is... There, should be back. Pineapple stuffed crust, no. No, not having it. No, not having it. And the stuffed crust has to have cheese and not tomato sauce. Icky if it's got tomato in. So ideally for me, a gourmet pepperoni, extra garlic, extra mushrooms, and a cheese stuffed crust. Oop. We should have the bluebells starting to come out on the other end of this wood. Mushrooms makes everything lush. You see, the thing with the pineapple, I really don't like sweet and savoury together. At all. Daughter's boyfriend, he gets from Domino's a chicken. Is it sweet called chicken and bacon? But he has the base barbecue, not tomato. And the thought of it is like, ugh, that's rank. Rank is not nice. But it was actually nice and I tried it. Because I don't like the smell of barbecue sauce. And I hate the smell of tomato sauce. I just don't like it. It's icky. Yeah, if they go and get a Domino's, they get one of the offers. If you go and pick it up, you get them for such and such a price. It's like a little work of art. Bolognese pizza, you see, I haven't had that either. I love tomatoes, but I'm not a fan of tomato sauce. Birds are going mad. And they'll get noisier as we get down. Pizza. As in, you're not legally allowed, or it kills them. I don't know. I really don't know. We've got lots of garlic up this side. Lots of garlicky goodness. It's down that bottom end. I've got 2 robins there. Stay still, little bird. It's just moved. Little robin right in the centre. That little dunnock that I saved out the chicken pen this morning. Christine, lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in. Ooh, no, tomato ketchup. It tastes all right, but I can't stand the smell. I don't know if it's the vinegary side to it or what, but I can't stand tomato sauce. Jay. I think wounded vulture. Very beautiful birds, but they're evil. Right. Just putting off walking this little bit of a hill. We've got Jays hunting. T-Rep, how you doing? How things, T-Rep? T-Rep rocks. Squawk then. They've shut up now. Wounded vultures. What's an aphrodisiac to you? Roadhog, how are you doing? Are they? Jim is at Aberdeen, which is on the coast, and there's the big oil rigs out there. And he often sees the helicopters bringing them in and out. C&C, how you do? Good to see you. Demi, every time you put some of the photos up with the squirrels, it makes me giggle. Those squirrels are out on a mission to annoy the dogs. They're testy little animals, aren't they? How's things, Roadhog? So we've got an oak and a beech connected, they're first melded together. There's another one there that's melded. I'm hoping the bluebells are, and I'm interested to see if the offerings are out. Branches start dropping, you're making me feel twitchy. It's just that bridge, I hate that bridge. with a passion. Last time they were not having an issue with the rope. Cool night hug. It's typical farmer build. It's kind of bodged together and it works, but it potentially can go very... Oh, why is there a swing on? Why put a swing on that, you lunatics? It made me worry there for a minute. Can you even see it? Get a bit closer. Don't like that. I put a rope for a start on a skinny little branch. Very dodgy. Why? How often do they fly in and out then, Silver? What's the rotor? That's a pigeon. Is it a pigeon? What is that? It's a blooming bag. I thought it was a pigeon. Damn it. It's a bit of plastic flapping. It looked like a pigeon. Shazza sees all sorts. I really need to be paying attention to where I am every 2 weeks. John, good to see you. How you doing? Frequent walker miles. Yeah, do nicely. Explore Malaysia. Good to see you. Another channel with some stunning places on. T-Rep, have you been behaving? I hope not. See, that looks pretty dead. So you get close to the crown. Kiwiesel, good to see you. Yes, I got given 2 recipes yesterday. Lamb recipes, so I'm going to be making those this weekend as an experiment. Do you know what's even the Apaches, the Chinooks? You feel that in your chest when they come over. Interestingly, they've been back on that flight path that doesn't get used. That's just where they're at. And there was also a plane, and I didn't know where they were going. Well, there must be actually. I won't say anymore. Challenging, how you doing, beautiful lady? Challenging did a live again last night, and wow, yummy! That jerk chicken looked amazing. While you were cooking that, I had some chicken in the fillets out, and I was chaffinch. What's that? Tempura, some in the chicken fillets. Oh, it's a blackbird. And it wasn't anything compared to what you were making. Oh my God, Demi. Do you... headphones, earplugs. See, I love the sound of them, the woof, 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 woof. But they used to have manoeuvres at the teeny tiny little local airport, and it was all night manoeuvres. So middle of the night you're woken up like boo, 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 boo. But the little Apaches, wow. My son was in the, what's the kids' army thingy-majiggy? Cadets. He was in the cadets, and they actually got taken to the airport for the manoeuvres, and he got to sit in a Chinook, and he put the helmet on, and with every direction that he turned his head, so were the sights. He was absolutely amazed by it. Blue Thunder. Flaming Lou. Yeah, well, challenge, it's your fault that I was looking for chilies. Challenging. I've got some photos to send you. I was wanting some habaneros, I was wanting some ghosts, reapers. I was looking for some seeds last night, so I was on eBay. And wow, the array of, meant to be rare, but they are actually a thing, chili peppers. I was like, oh my God. One of them, a silver. It brought out my childish size. You're so tall. Where I lived as a kid, I was rather immature about it, we'll put it that way. Red helmets, purple helmets, you get the drift. They would have manoeuvres at a big army base in the middle of nowhere where I grew up. And the school would get invited, and we were going around Kielder Forest, which is a huge forestry on the border, in Challenger chicken tanks. Oh my God. Unbelievable. I didn't realise how fast they were. We were out on the ranges, so we were in the Naffy, and then we got taken round in the chieftains up at Kielder, and the speed of them. I was in a dodgy one. I had a gun right up my back end. The lads were saying, be careful how you slick yourself in there because it's a bit tight. But I was a little skinny little weedy thing. And I had a gun barrel right up my butt. Stormy, good to see you. Mona, good to see you, Mona. But yeah, it was weird flying around Kielder. I was shocked by the speed of them more than anything else when they're going up your back end. We have, oh no, we don't have an only dog, we have someone. We're gonna let's put you down a sec. Hey. Hello. I'll check the last one. Ooh. We're hitting the wind again. This end is where you get the bluebells. So we'll see when we go to where the witchy offerings are. What we have. Oh, my knee doesn't like that hill. John, what's on the menu today? John makes some fabulous food as well. This is the end. You get all the birds, the little birds. Blackbirds, blue tits, coal tits, great tits. They all nest this way. We've got some little wild cherries. Some people find them really sour, but I like them. You've got to wait until they're nice and black and juicy. And they're lovely.